As men age, they often find themselves reflecting on the different stages of their life, including their romantic relationships. For some, the allure of younger women can become a captivating source of excitement and renewal, providing a sense of vitality and invigoration in their later years. The youthfulness and energy of a younger partner can seem like a beacon of hope, particularly for those who may feel the weight of age creeping upon them. The idea of a renewed relationship, filled with passion and new experiences, may appear to be the answer to the challenges of growing older. However, beneath the surface of these relationships lies a complex web of emotional, psychological, and societal factors that demand deeper exploration. These dynamics often carry an intricate balance between reality and illusion, and for many older men, navigating this delicate balance can be more challenging than they initially anticipated. The allure of youth, a desire for renewal. The attraction that older men feel towards younger women is not just a superficial or fleeting desire, it is often rooted in deeper emotional and psychological needs. In a world that constantly emphasizes youth and vitality, aging men can begin to feel as though they are losing their relevance or vitality. As they age, there is an inherent fear of being forgotten, of fading into the background as the world continues to revolve around the younger generation. This fear can create a longing for a sense of renewal or rejuvenation that they believe can be found in the youthful exuberance of a younger partner. The excitement that accompanies the early stages of a relationship with a younger woman is intoxicating. It can feel as though the years have been wiped away, and the man is once again experiencing life with the energy and optimism of his youth. The attention and admiration that a younger woman may offer can feel like a validation of his worth, reaffirming that he is still desirable and capable of attracting a partner who represents youth, beauty, and vitality. However, this perception of renewal often overlooks the deeper emotional and psychological struggles that may be underlying these desires. The belief that a younger woman can revive a man's sense of vitality and purpose may be rooted in a fear of aging and a desire to feel relevant in a world that seems to prioritize youthfulness above all else. It is important to understand that this attraction may not simply be a romantic or physical longing, but rather a manifestation of deeper insecurities or unresolved emotions that stem from the process of aging. The illusion of rejuvenation. What lies beneath the surface? While the idea of a relationship with a younger woman can seem enticing, it is crucial to recognize that these relationships often carry a fragile and precarious balance. At first glance, the older man may feel a sense of invigoration and renewed energy, believing that he is revitalizing his life. However, the reality is that relationships are built on much more than youthful energy or external appearances. The illusion of rejuvenation may mask deeper emotional struggles that are not easily addressed by simply seeking a younger partner. For many older men, the attraction to a younger woman can be a way of filling a void in their lives. This void may stem from feelings of loneliness, self-doubt, or a fear of losing their relevance as they age. In a society that places a high value on youth and beauty, it is easy for older men to feel overlooked or diminished. The presence of a younger woman in their life can provide a temporary sense of validation, an affirmation that they are still desirable and worthy of attention. However, this sense of validation is often short-lived and can be quickly overshadowed by the realization that these relationships are built on a foundation that lacks true depth or mutual understanding. The hidden motivations of younger women in these relationships. It is important to acknowledge that not all younger women seek relationships with older men for the same reasons. While some may be genuinely attracted to the emotional maturity or life experience that older men can offer, others may view the relationship as an opportunity for personal gain. The motivations of younger women in these relationships can vary widely, but one common thread is that many of them are drawn to the power dynamics that such relationships can create. For some younger women, an older man may represent financial security, social status, or a way to gain access to a lifestyle that they may not otherwise be able to attain. These motivations are not always immediately apparent, but they can play a significant role in shaping the dynamic of the relationship. The older man may romanticize the relationship, believing that it is a true partnership based on mutual attraction and love, while the younger woman may view it as a means to an end, using the relationship to gain financial stability, social connections, or other material benefits. This imbalance of intentions can create a fragile foundation upon which the relationship is built. The older man may dream of a revitalized partnership that brings him renewed energy and excitement, while the younger woman may seek something entirely different, perhaps financial security, status, or simply the experience of being with an older man for a period of time. When the intentions behind the relationship are not aligned, it can lead to emotional distance, miscommunication, and, ultimately, disillusionment for both parties. The generational gap. A barrier to true connection. One of the most significant challenges in relationships between older men and younger women is the generational gap. This gap is not just about differences in age, but also about differences in life experience, perspectives, and expectations. Older men often bring with them a wealth of life experience, including personal struggles, triumphs, and lessons learned over the years. They have lived through different social, cultural, and political landscapes, and their worldview has been shaped by the events of their time. Younger women, on the other hand, are often in the process of discovering who they are and what they want from life. Their experiences are still unfolding, and they may not yet have the same depth of understanding or perspective that older men possess. This difference in life stages can create a sense of disconnect, as the older man may struggle to relate to the younger woman's perspectives, while the younger woman may feel that the older man cannot fully understand her own experiences and desires. The generational gap can also create differences in how each partner views relationships, intimacy, and life goals. While the older man may be looking for a sense of companionship, stability, and emotional connection, the younger woman may be seeking adventure, personal growth, or the excitement of experiencing life in a new way. These differing expectations can create tension in the relationship, as each partner may feel that the other is not fully meeting their needs or understanding their desires. The dangers of romanticizing the younger woman. It is not uncommon for older men to romanticize the idea of a relationship with a younger woman, believing that she will bring excitement, joy, and a sense of renewal into their lives. However, this romanticized view can be dangerously misleading. The belief that a younger woman will solve all of the emotional and psychological challenges of aging can lead to unrealistic expectations and disappointment. Older men may project their desires onto their younger partner, believing that she will fulfill their emotional needs in ways that are not fair or realistic. This can place immense pressure on the younger woman to live up to these idealized expectations, which can be emotionally draining and ultimately lead to dissatisfaction for both parties. The older man may feel frustrated when the relationship does not meet his idealized vision, while the younger woman may feel overwhelmed by the emotional baggage that the older man brings to the relationship. The need for mutual understanding and communication. Ultimately, relationships between older men and younger women can only succeed if there is mutual understanding, open communication, and a willingness to confront the complexities that exist within the relationship. It is important for both partners to be aware of the emotional and psychological dynamics at play and to recognize that the relationship is not just about youth or appearance, but about building a deep emotional connection based on shared values, respect, and understanding. For older men, this means confronting the underlying fears and insecurities that may be driving their attraction to younger women. It requires a willingness to embrace the reality of aging and to find fulfillment in relationships that are built on mutual respect and emotional intimacy, rather than external validation or the pursuit of youthfulness. For younger women, it means being honest about their motivations for entering into relationships with older men and recognizing the importance of emotional depth and maturity in creating lasting connections. Both partners must be willing to navigate the generational gap with empathy and understanding, recognizing that true connection is not about superficial traits or age, but about the shared journey of life and the emotional bond that can be built through mutual respect and love. The allure of youth. A rejuvenating experience for older men. For many older men, the idea of being in a relationship with a younger woman can feel like a rejuvenating experience. The allure of youth, vitality, and physical beauty can ignite a sense of excitement and desire, feelings that may have been dulled over time as age and life experiences have taken their toll. Youth represents a world of possibilities, untainted by the years of personal struggles, professional setbacks, or the aches and pains that naturally come with aging. The physical attraction and the sense of being desired by someone younger can also serve as a form of validation for older men, particularly those who are facing the challenges of aging, including a potential loss of relevance or physical vitality. It is not uncommon for an older man to feel rejuvenated by the admiration of a younger woman, feeling as though he has found a renewed sense of purpose. The relationship often feels like an opportunity to prove that he still possesses something worth valuing, whether it be his wisdom, his success, or his emotional maturity. In many ways, the younger woman's attention can reaffirm a man's self-worth, especially if he has struggled with feelings of invisibility or isolation in the later stages of life. However, this perception of revitalization is often illusory. The emotional landscape of these relationships can sometimes be fraught with challenges, particularly when one partner's motives are not fully understood or addressed. What starts as a connection based on shared attraction and interest can evolve into something more complex and emotionally charged. Hidden motives, financial stability, social elevation, and lifestyle preferences. While the notion of love and emotional connection is often central to any relationship, the reality is that relationships between older men and younger women can sometimes be shaped by more pragmatic or material concerns. For some younger women, the decision to enter into a relationship with an older man may not stem from genuine romantic interest, but rather a desire for financial stability, social elevation, or a more comfortable lifestyle. This can be especially true in cases where the woman comes from a less affluent background or is seeking a way to climb the social ladder. For the older man, these material incentives may not be immediately apparent. He may believe that his partner values him for who he is, his achievements, his wisdom, and his life experience. This belief can be deeply comforting and affirming, as it allows the man to see himself not only as an emotionally mature and desirable partner, but also as someone who is valued for his character and accomplishments. However, the reality can be more complicated, and many older men find themselves in relationships where their worth is largely tied to what they can provide. At the heart of this is a subtle yet profound imbalance in intentions. The older man may view the relationship as one of mutual admiration and emotional connection, whereas the younger woman may view it as an opportunity to secure financial stability or elevate her social standing. As time progresses, this disconnect can lead to disillusionment for the older man, as he realizes that the affection and attention he believed were born out of love may have been motivated by material or social considerations. The emotional toll. Feeling used and betrayed. The emotional toll of such relationships can be significant for older men. Imagine the heartbreak of a man who has poured his time, energy, and resources into a relationship, only to discover that the love and affection he invested were not truly reciprocated. The realization that he has been used, not for who he is, but for what he can provide, can be deeply painful. It's not simply a financial loss that he faces, but an emotional one that cuts much deeper. For many older men, the sense of betrayal can be overwhelming. They may have believed that they were in a partnership based on mutual love and respect, only to find that their younger partner was primarily motivated by material gain or social advancement. This can lead to a profound sense of loss, not just of money or possessions, but of self-worth. The emotional investment that the man has made in the relationship becomes tainted by the realization that it was never truly reciprocal. The experience of feeling used in a relationship can also have long-lasting effects on the older man's ability to trust again. He may question his ability to accurately judge the intentions of future partners, becoming wary and cynical about the motivations of others. This sense of disillusionment can leave emotional scars that are difficult to heal, particularly if the older man is deeply invested in the relationship and has envisioned a long-term future together. Warning: signs: recognizing emotional imbalances. Early, while the emotional consequences of these imbalanced relationships can be devastating, there are warning signs that can help the older man recognize the underlying intentions of the younger woman before it's too late. One of the most glaring red flags is the frequent or specific requests for financial assistance, whether in the form of loans, extravagant gifts, or covering the costs of expensive outings or travel. While it is not uncommon for partners to share financial responsibilities in a relationship, a pattern of constant requests for money or material support can indicate that the younger woman is more interested in the older man's wealth and resources than in forming a genuine emotional connection. Another red flag is the lack of emotional reciprocity. While the older man may be deeply invested in the relationship, offering his time, love, and care, the younger woman may seem less engaged emotionally. She may appear distant or detached, offering little in return for the emotional labor the older man is putting into the relationship. This lack of genuine emotional connection can be particularly painful for the older man, who may begin to feel as though he is doing all the giving, while receiving little emotional fulfillment in return. Furthermore, a younger woman who is primarily motivated by material gain may also exhibit behavior that undermines the older man's self-worth. She may compliment him for his wealth, status, or achievements, but fail to acknowledge his emotional needs or deeper qualities. Over time, this can create a sense of emotional emptiness for the older man, who begins to feel that he is valued only for his financial or social standing rather than for who he is as a person. Navigating the reality: self-reflection and emotional clarity. Before entering into a relationship with a significantly younger partner, it is crucial for older men to engage in self-reflection. They must ask themselves difficult questions about their intentions and motivations. Are they seeking genuine emotional connection, or are they looking to fill an emotional void created by loneliness, a fear of aging, or a desire to reclaim a sense of youth? Are they looking for an equal partner, or are they seeking validation through the admiration of someone younger and more physically attractive? It's important to understand that seeking a relationship for the wrong reasons, such as to escape the natural process of aging or to feel validated by someone who admires them, can lead to emotional pitfalls down the road. By addressing these concerns early on, older men can avoid entering into relationships that are built on mismatched expectations or emotional inequality. True love and happiness come not from seeking external validation, but from finding a partner who shares similar values, goals, and emotional needs. Relationships built on mutual respect, understanding, and shared dreams are more likely to be fulfilling and sustainable in the long run. Physical considerations and preparation. Unlike vaginal intercourse, which has evolved to accommodate penetration through the natural design of the body, anal sex involves a part of the body that is not designed for such activity. The anus, which lacks natural lubrication and elasticity, does not accommodate penetration without significant preparation. Without the proper attention to lubrication, gradualness, and communication, the practice can result in discomfort, pain, and physical injury. The physical effects, however, go beyond immediate discomfort. The long-term consequences of engaging in anal sex without proper care can be damaging both physically and psychologically. For some women, the act can cause damage that extends far beyond the realm of mere discomfort, leading to chronic pain, muscle weakening, and a sense of bodily shame. These impacts can affect a woman's ability to experience pleasure in future intimate encounters and can diminish her overall sense of safety and control within the relationship. Moreover, the physical risks extend to the emotional realm as well. Women, especially those who feel pressured into engaging in anal sex, may experience negative feelings about their body and self-worth. This can manifest in anxiety, low self-esteem, and a sense of vulnerability that lingers far after the act has occurred. The fear of embarrassment, both during and after the act, can make the experience all the more daunting. If the act is not done with the utmost care and mutual understanding, it can lead to feelings of disconnection between partners, and in some cases, it can even strain the relationship. The psychological and emotional impact. One of the most overlooked aspects of anal sex is its emotional impact on women. Unlike other forms of intimacy, anal sex can leave women feeling exposed, vulnerable, and uncomfortable. The practice can trigger feelings of insecurity, vulnerability, and emotional disconnection, especially when a woman feels that she is engaging in the act out of obligation rather than desire. This dynamic is often present in long-term relationships, where one partner, typically the man, may desire the act, and the other, particularly if she feels pressured, may feel compelled to comply to keep the relationship harmonious or to please her partner. This imbalance in desire and consent is a source of great emotional strain for many women. It can lead to resentment, feelings of inadequacy, and a diminished sense of personal autonomy. When a woman's participation in anal sex is motivated by a desire to avoid rejection or to meet her partner's expectations, it can significantly affect her emotional well-being. She may feel that her needs, desires, and comfort are secondary to her partner's, which can create a sense of emotional neglect or imbalance within the relationship. A woman's decision to engage in anal sex, when not driven by her own desire, can contribute to the development of anxiety and frustration. These negative emotions are often compounded by feelings of guilt and shame, which can persist long after the act has taken place. This cycle of emotional turmoil, stemming from a perceived need to meet her partner's desires at the expense of her own, can erode her confidence and diminish her capacity for enjoying other forms of intimacy. The role of communication and consent. For anal sex to be a positive and fulfilling experience, clear communication and mutual consent are crucial. In relationships where significant age gaps exist, where one partner may have more life experience and sexual history, the importance of discussing boundaries, desires, and comfort levels becomes even more pronounced. Men, particularly older men, must take responsibility for ensuring that the practice of anal sex is consensual and comfortable for their partner. At its core, consent is not just about saying yes or no. It is about an ongoing dialogue between partners, ensuring that both individuals feel respected, safe, and valued. The act should never be seen as a one-sided request, but as an opportunity for both partners to engage in a consensual, mutual experience. This means that men must prioritize their partner's well-being and emotional comfort over their own sexual desires. It is not enough to simply assume that a woman's participation is motivated by genuine desire. Instead, it is necessary to check in with her, gauge her comfort level, and be attuned to her emotional responses. For men in advanced age, it is essential to cultivate a level of emotional intelligence that allows them to navigate these dynamics with sensitivity and respect. Recognizing that sexual experiences are not solely about physical pleasure, but also about emotional connection, can be transformative. This means being attuned to your partner's body language, verbal cues, and emotional responses during intimate moments. A successful and respectful sexual relationship is not just about satisfying physical urges, but about fostering an environment where both partners feel safe, respected, and valued. The importance of mutual respect. Respect is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, and this extends to sexual intimacy. When engaging in anal sex, men must understand that their partner's comfort, emotional safety, and physical well-being must be prioritized above all else. Men in advanced age, with the benefit of life experience, should recognize the vulnerability inherent in such a practice, especially for women who may not fully understand the physical or emotional implications of anal sex. Men should approach their partner with empathy, compassion, and patience, recognizing that the practice of anal sex is not universally pleasurable for all women. They should not view it as a standard part of their sexual repertoire, but rather as an act that requires deep care, clear communication, and a mutual understanding of each other's boundaries. This is not just about physical comfort, but emotional integrity and trust. Respecting a woman's decision to engage or not engage in anal sex is vital in maintaining a healthy sexual relationship. It is important that men respect their partner's autonomy and desires, ensuring that both parties are on the same page before, during, and after the act.